Hello, human. Reflective Self here with a new episode of Living Lessons, where I get to share honest insights from lived experience. Lessons that capture moments of clarity, vulnerability, and human understanding. Today's episode is all about originality, comparison, and the power of self-permission. And so, here's the lesson that I've learned. It may have been done before, it may already exist, but it hasn't been done by you. In a world that lives in a constant flow of ideas and innovations, it is not unusual to feel overwhelmed by the belief that everything has already been done. Our minds have an unnerving tendency to lean towards the negative if we don't keep them in check. They can stifle creativity and lead to self-doubt, causing many of us to abandon our unique visions, whether they are original or not. Experiencing inspiration can be a double-edged sword. The moment it strikes, you're ignited by a sense of purpose and excitement. I often associate this feeling with that of a toddler who has finally learned to crawl, experiencing that newfound thrill of adventure. All things are possible when you're a toddler, where tables look like climbable mountaintops. But as a full-grown adult, we tend to find ourselves subscribed to the Greek tragedy, where all initial enthusiasm can be quickly overshadowed by self-doubt. Thoughts such as, "I'm not deserving," or "it has already been done," can take root, persuading us to abandon potentially transformative ideas. After all, our minds are only here to protect us, right? For over a decade, I played the supporting role behind the scenes in both work and relationships. It took me 4 years to convince myself that I had something of value to offer, even if what I had to offer wasn't original. It took heartbreak and grief to give myself permission to start. Being able to recognize the cyclical patterns of our internal struggle is the first step I have found to overcoming it. Ideas are rarely entirely new. They often evolve from previous concepts and experiences. Like the 1999 romantic comedy, The 10 Things I Hate About You, which was adapted from the written pages of Shakespeare's 1594 play, The Taming of the Shrew. There are so many other examples that span beyond the cinematic screen. What this tells us is that what may seem like repetition is actually an opportunity to reinterpret and present ideas through a personal lens. That originality is often more about the messenger than the message itself. We all bring our own set of unique experiences, insights, and emotions to everything we do. This personal touch can transform a familiar idea into something fresh and impactful. We can see this in cultural comedic icons like Chris Rock and Kevin Hart. Rock, like Shakespeare, dominated the stage in the 1980s, shaping an entire generation of comedy. In doing so, he paved the way for Hart's reimagining. Both are stand-up comedians, yet both come with a different cadence. So all that is left is to give ourselves permission. The permission to take up space and share in the ways that only we can. Allowing ourselves to explore our strengths and curiosities without fear of judgment. And when we are able to recognize our worth and the validity of our ideas, we are then able to contribute meaningfully. This inevitably amplifies our personal growth and creative power. But it only works if we can permit ourselves to start. And that is the lived lesson that I've learned. It's not a universal prescription, but it is mine. Keep what stays, release what doesn't. Until next time.